No permissions, birth looked up, taking flight falling. Knows dissidence, balanced in dark and light. Steadying the agreeable index plight. Crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right. Yup. The meme that's on the rise. Agreeable intense. One on a Pulsechain's pride. Opening those minds with all the positivity. Marching in its time. Cadence in the grind. Agree to disagree. Yup. I thought of tiny. Meet up, hits it right. Freedom and prosperity. The destination and the flight. Lighting up dad's farm. Opposed to that, nope. Rule. Firing up them charts. Yeah, flying straight and true. Wink at the foes, cheer at the woes. Yep, stack stats gliding through the lows. The truth will set you free.
What is up, guys? I believe my mic is working. Let's look at this real quick. Audio, yeah, it should be working. Cool, awesome. Coming at you. A little new studio kind of thing. This is a different computer that we do not use crypto with. That's simple, one of them cheapos. But what is going on? How are we all doing? What's up, Pulse Ray? I could invite you all on, but I have a little updates to the website and stuff like that I want to go over today, and showing you how I'm updating the website and things like that. And I've been adding the little tiny things for us, but I haven't quite added everything I want to yet, but I'm slowly working on it, especially with a full-time job and not being able to have all the time in the world to work on this thing. I've spent hours thinking about things and doing things with this. And I got ideas in the beginning, but my background's still in process. And, I do have a signed Pulse Ray Vision Dark Matter shirt. Look at that bad boy. I'm too broke to afford a t-shirt frame to put it on my wall right now. So, because the market's down, and it is getting a little more agreeable, but no, that's a joke, really. But other than that, this is my little studio thing. Let me know if you guys like it. Other than that, let's go on to some updates. Hit the likes and share this out, of course, and let's do this. So look at the little banner upgrade I got. That's pretty cool, I think. So we got the banner up here. We can hover over the Yup Dex. You can click on the Yup Dex now, and you can come up with the agreeable index right here, the homie farms and the function island. It should take you to the page to where you can use the Yup token in the farms and things like that. That is there. I haven't updated the community sites yet. These haven't changed, but I kind of changed the look. And of course, this is the intro video. Just like we did in the beginning of the video. And that is really cool. Yeah, you think it's super fly. I think it's looking really nice now. And as you scroll down, the lettering looks a little better. I'm getting a little bit more agreeable with my website as I go on. But the best place to swap is right here. You can connect your wallet. You can type in, let's say, 10 million Pulse. You can swap whatever you want really on this page, and then you can click Yup, and then it'll come up, and that straight Pocus, nothing in the middle or nothing, and you can get 10,383,296 Yup on 10 million Pulse right now. So Yup is a little under 1-to-1, but yeah, I got a little arrow right here. I kind of shortened it. Got the tokenomics, the contract where it's locked up right here on Time Pays Me, the burns, you know the ordeal, but I kind of switched it up, kind of ended the front ends for two fucks and stuff right here. And I kind of showcased the agreeable index down here. I didn't really showcase the function island thing yet, but did add a little projects building together, builds agreements with the collaboration of these tokens. And all these tokens are collaborating in the agreeable index. You know, I think that looks bullish and everything like that. I don't think there's music on that one on the website at least, but I know there is when you're like on YouTube or whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's go up to the top. Of course, this takes you to deck screener. This takes you to change now to get Pulse. I haven't really put the bridge on here yet. You can go to community sites and go to the bridge for that. But then this takes you to, you know, I changed this a little bit. You can click over here. Oh, you can kind of see photos. And then there's a little arrow right here you can click on to click through them and whatnot. You know, just like normal. I still got to add some photos. And then we go to the Yep Decks. Takes you to this page where Potatus is in the middle again. Pulsex is right here. 9 inches right here. You can connect all of them independently if you want. And then you can go to Pulse Swap down here. A little bit of real estate. And you got 9mm right here also, which is really cool. All these little tiny links right here takes you to the actual web page if you don't want to use my web page, which is fine. I just like using mine because, you know, it's all in one place and that's pretty agreeable to me. We got fiat.io down here on the you can borrow and stuff like that. You know, fiat. And oh yeah, you got to click agree for that. But yeah, pops up. You can connect your browser wallet, stuff like that. Everything's definitely independent as of right now. But then you got fucks over here. I'm probably gonna like make that real estate a little bit bigger for fucks, but I just use it for like adding and removing LP because I want to come over to here and go to the agreeable index if I'm going to add any LP. And this right here is just two fucks right under here with my banner, right? You know, my banner, everything. You can connect your wallet right there. It pops right up, you know. It shows 115 APR right now. And scroll down. It's just nice and simple, you know. It's pretty clean, I think. I could probably make it a little shorter, but yeah. I'm bullish on my website, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah, hit the likes and share this out because I don't stream on Sundays usually. But since I kind of set up the desk, set up everything, and got my screens going, I thought I would come up with update because I kind of sat yesterday updating it a little bit today. And then we go over to the community sites. And then we got all these good links and stuff. I still got to reorganize it. It just looks so trashy right now. I think it looks clean, but like I could do better UI kind of stuff. But then we got the homie farms underneath the Yep Decks. I kind of skipped around there, but then you got bam. Look at that. Pops up with just it's already filtered to everything for the homie farms and everything. So I think this is cool. Scroll down to whatever farm you're in. Yeah, I'm not connected, so that's cool. And of course, you scroll down and find the farm that you're in. You could also come over to the filter right here and look at other ones. Everything all in one place. Kind of collaborating with other projects is cool. This I like using this website independently, even for anything on Pulsechain farm wise, right? And then you can come over here underneath Function Island. I'm just giving you guys a quick, you know, update and tutorial, and you can bam. Got to connect your wallet to get into the farms, but connect it. It should like it kind of flashed out. It does pop up with the Yep Island farm. So yeah, there's an update there. I kind of made this a little smaller with border wise and stuff, but yeah, that's the quick update on that. And then I gotta do something about this. You guys got any ideas? Like, I got time pays me. I got 9-inch. No permissions. 2 fucks. 2 PHUX. You know. I got goalposts down here. Maybe I should put a thing on my homepage for that. I don't know. Just playing around, having a little fun. Um, just trying to get everything I use into one place underneath one home. I'm probably going to put the community sites underneath this. Who knows? So it just looks a little cleaner. I kind of like that vibe of the green and the black. It kind of reminds me of when I first got into like computers and stuff like that back then, like Windows 3.1 or 3.2, whatever the hell that was. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's kind of it for the website updates. So you could go to change now. Go straight to change now. So you can trade ETH for Pulse, you know, and then you could click out of that and you can go straight to that. You know, I'm kind of bullish. Oh, look, yep. Might as well go to the charts. We're already here. That link takes you to this chart, and then you can come over here, and then, of course, doesn't it let you swap on this? Could have swore it did. I can embed this. I should embed this chart, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. Yeah. You can trade it right here. You can go straight to the pair. I think it pops up with 9-inch. Yeah. Which is cool. I trade through these every now and then, but, you know, I'd rather just use this because this is on one screen and then this would be on the other screen. You know, you can just switch back and forth between screens. But other than that, it looks like we could be forming a little look that Adam and Evish, but I don't know. It really depends on solid X and nope at this point. So if we kind of come down and level out, we could. It depends on these markets. Really, that's my analysis. I think we're looking for the upside, probably hopefully Monday. This could be the sell off before that, but who knows? Really has to do with bigger coins. But let's get an update from Richard Hart to see how much the SAC address is down. Probably more money than I would ever see in my life. $371 million. Yeah, that's a whole lot, man. I wonder how many ETH are actually in this address again. I forget. Cost 27,000. I forget how much are in it. But other than that, yeah, there's that. Let's go back to the charts. I can't believe like he's down like that much, and he's doing more promoting for Vitalik about the privacy stuff than I see from him. Like, I think he's working for Vitalik at this point. No, I'm just kidding. Jokes aside. How are we doing? Most people are on X these days, I've noticed. But other than that, let's take a look at Wrap Pulse real quick. See where we're at. RSI is kind of getting low. That's the 15-minute, you know. I was kind of drawing stuff earlier. Looks like we're at the middle band, so we could be getting rejected because of that on the RSI. We definitely got rejected from the middle of the parallel channel. And could be a bear flag, but then we could just like go like this, bounce, you know, something like that. And then get rejected from here and then pop out, retest. Not exact measurements, you know what I mean? But you get my drift. We could do something like that, you know. Hopefully we bounce off the midline right here on the smaller parallel channel. And hopefully we will. These are the same lines as last stream I had. So, yeah. RSI is like midway, so we're good on the daily. So we could like come up here. We still got room to grow. So this is probably going to be another retest of this midline right here, and then come up and blast through it, hopefully. So yeah, we could come down here, bounce up here, blast through it, maybe something like that. That's another good possibility, you know, and then ride that line all the way up. We'll see, and that'll be on the date like right before the case, like saying. So something's coming up really short with Hex and things like that. So yeah, that's Pulsechain. Let's look at Hex. We're on the daily, yeah. This, I don't like how much this looks like. Wow. So that right there would scare me, like as a local top ish, because it's a doji. Um, but we'll see. The case is coming up, so people could be front running the sell and like selling the top like the week before, kind of sell before news comes out or whatever. So who knows with that, you know? And like, yeah, everything's tied to Hex. There's been a couple projects that have launched recently that are tied to Hex, and you know, is what it is. But we did kind of reach above our target of the double bottom right here. So we'll see where it goes from here. But if we're in a parallel channel, like I'll do a fib. Let's just do a fib right here to the bottom. We're sitting right under the 618. So that's a little scary. Maybe hold this level and continue up would be a good thing. Very good thing, I think. And that would be my analysis for Hex. This one's got thinner LP, so we could easily come up and retest this, the 0.786, and see if we get rejected from that line. Otherwise, we're just going to continue down from here. And volume's kind of up, so we're looking good on that spot. Let's go back to Wrap Pulse, check that out. Yeah, volume's at 2.5 million, so we're good there. So if we're going up on Pulse, this one's the most wrecked out of all of them. So I'm really focusing on that, especially when it's the most wrecked out of Hex, Ink, Rep. You know, it's basically down the most. So hopefully this one holds strength first, and then Hex will fly, Pulse X will fly in Ink, because everything's attached to Pulsechain. We need that. So, and once Pulsechain gains that momentum or everything like that, everything else will follow, and then all the other narratives will carry any of the other coins. In my opinion, not financial advice. This is just what I think, like always. But Hex at that 0.618. Let's go back to Wrap Pulse and measure that with a fib. Although I'm doing parallel channels on this one, but we are above it right now still. So this one, I mean, you guys could probably barely see that because all the lines on here, it looks so confusing. But this one right in here, that's 618 right here, we're still above it on Pulsechain. So if this one carries, Pulsechain starts performing and carrying us through, it'll carry everything else up. But what I've noticed in the past couple weeks is Hex has been outperforming PulseX and Pulsechain along with incentive token. So I think it has to do with the thinner liquidity, maybe other people coming back from other chains, catching the bottom, you know, things like that. So yeah, I know this chart looks kind of hectic, but let's just get rid of this fib, and it'll look a little bit more simple. But when we zoom out, like those are my previous lines. And this is the 90-day tariff end line. So it looks like we could hopefully pop out, gain some support on this line, maybe come down a little bit, retest this parallel channel, you know. but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's edit that trash. Yeah, we don't need that, but that's longer term to me. And then Pulsex probably going to look the same, pretty close. Yeah, definitely looking close. If we put the fib up on this one, it's still above the 618. So Pulsechain and Pulsex are still above the 618, which is great. So this hex is sitting right on it, maybe a little bit below it. Maybe my line's not like accurate enough, but yeah, right above it. Let's just call it right above it, which is an important level. So, but that wick, man, that wick, probably due to all the volatility. But yeah, let's look at incentive token. Holding our level, it's still below our purple box though. It looks a lot like Pulsechain and Pulsex. So it's really testing this area right here. Hopefully we hold it. It is a reward token, but it does have that liquidity fork and everything now, the ink printer. So you don't have to sell your ink now. You can just go get a loan against it and let it get liquidated that way if you wanted to, and or pay it off if the price goes higher. You know what I mean? Things like that, or don't get redeemed against, whatever you want. They just want to borrow it for a trade over here real quick and make some money. Who knows? But yeah, let's do a fib on this real quick. It looks like it's still in that parallel channel, like not that one. There. I always get lost in the sauce. It's gonna be rough, but parallel channel. Let's make it a little better. Let's go from this to right there. It makes it look a little better, and then adjust that up to there. So we are below the midline right there of both these waves, but then if we adjust that, we're below it right there. So on parallel channel analysis, we are a little bit more bearish. It looks like it's getting rejected on that line. But if we delete this on the incentive token and we put in the fibs, we are right at that 618. So it's decision time, do or die decision time. This is 618 right here. I should like delete all these other lines for streams, but I kind of use them from time to time. So yeah, we could be coming back down a little bit, probably one level for incentive token, depending on how much people like them rewards. Anybody in the chat? Wow, people are watching on X mainly. What's up? Anybody in the chat besides Pulse Ray? I will show the yield on Hocus Pocus Farms here really soon. I think it's at like 230% with the nope pair. There seems to not be any on OX Bistro at the moment. There may be here soon, so you might want to look at that. But let's go down to Solid X. Got a lot of little lines on this one too, but the RSI is kind of like getting rejected from the midline right here. You know what I mean? It's just like somebody's holding it down for some reason, or it's just the market. He has paired to Most and Pump, things like that, and those are down today too. But yeah, we're right on that line, man. I forget what that lower line is. It's that support line I had before on the 4 hour, huh? Oh yeah, it's the top of that candle. Or the bottom of that red candle. Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Somewhere right around there. But yeah, we want to hold that area, man. And it looks like we're right in it. We have been, but we're below it. So a couple people think we can go a little bit lower on this because all these wicks down here need to get retested and filled. But I've been kind of getting more than going back into Pulse and then getting more, kind of trading a little bit, but not very often with this. It's mainly a hold for me. My core bags I haven't touched, but my little trading little bag that I use every now and then, I've been doing that with, and I've kind of gained some more coins during this. So Pulsechain went up while this kind of held steady or went down a little bit the past few days. So yeah, ratio trading, man, not financial advice. Could wreck yourself just like I could have. It's always a risk, but yeah, we probably gonna go down a little lower. Let's get a fib on this long part right here. So we are right below that 618, right on the midline of it. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. Maybe we'll come down to the 382 and just level off and leave these wicks alone, depending on whoever comes in and protects price. I know the no permissions crew is a set of holders, although this is a mix of a lot of holders on Pulsechain, a lot of traders maybe, and yeah. So this is the primary coin for Firewell and the X game and things like that. So he could come out this week, next week. I have no idea with the licensing and then start to promote the whole chain. So, or the X game on the whole chain and then on other chains as well. So, yeah, that's coming. Could happen any week now, I think. So I'm bullish. I'm holding it. Yeah. Let's look at nope. No permissions coin. RSI is getting kind of low. It's getting oversold, man. A lot of people are probably consolidating or whatever, but I see it. I definitely see it. Like somebody's leveling it out right here. Like there's 3 waves on this one instead of 2. But yeah, volatility is kind of lower. But let's put a fib up on this and see where we're at. Right here to here. Maybe move that over to here. There we go. See where we're at. We're below the 618, which is right here. Got rejected off the 618. So that's for the first wave. Let's take this down to the second wave or the next wick and see if we're above it. Nope, we're down below it. We just broke. We're holding support above it, and then we got rejected. So who knows what's happening now? Hopefully we come down to the 382 and start to level off, things like that. If we put parallel channels, I was going to the wrong one. Parallel channel from there to there to there. We got rejected off the midline. If you took the spot on both these smaller wicks, nice and simple. But if we went to this one and null and void the middle one and had 3 touches, because this wick, this red wick right here kind of counts, and then went to the top, we've been holding down. So like hopefully we bounce off the bottom right here and then come down on the 382, if you can understand what I'm saying there. If I did this again, yeah, or the 236, whatever line, 236, yeah, 382 right here. Hopefully we can hold that, but we'll see. Depends on really what Solid X does, but it seems like the percentages over here, 5, 5, and 3. I kind of pay attention to those. Not many people are like, there's less volatility on this, but there's more if you like trade and slippage and whatnot. But yeah, on Yep, the fib from here to there. Oh, wrong way. We broke below the 618. So hopefully we come down to the 382. We'll see. That's on these are all the USD charts. I'm not showing the ratios really because if you want to make more pulse, you can do that. But we're definitely retesting a zone right here. Yeah, and there's a liquidity pocket right there too. So yeah, on Yep at least. We'll see what happens with this one. That's probably why it's less volatile at the moment, is because I looked at the V3 liquidity and there is a spike right there. So yeah, somebody put some pulse in there, and seems to be holding up pretty good. The green border is primary, right? That's the primary site. Are you talking about the Yep on Pulse site? This right here, Pulse Ray? Or what? I kind of make it look all old school green and, but is that what you're talking about? Oh, Solid X. All right, let's go back to Solid X. The green border. This is the box that I wanted it to stay above before, and I haven't deleted it yet. But the green border is primary. I don't understand what you're talking about. The RSA is below the midline, so it's kind of like this chart's going down while that's going on. It's trying to build a bullish divergence. I know that. It's been trying to do that for a while. But the green wicks down here, if that's what you're talking about, is primary. I don't get it. The dashboard around the logo. Oh, yeah. This is the primary Solid X token. Yeah. It's the Bitcoin one. You can notice just by the market cap, it's 159 million. So instead of like 10 or something, like his other coin is at it says pump tires over here, and then it shows 790K market cap. So yeah, that's how you can tell the difference between them. But he did update the logos, so yeah, it's the primary. The green dotted, the poker chip is the pump tires one, the green dotted. Yeah. So to answer this question, the dash around the primary token is yellow. For the primary, the one with Bitcoin and things like that. Yeah. So there's that. Answer your question. And yeah, where was I? I was on no permissions tokens, or was I on? I was on main list, and we were on Yep, I think. So yeah, we're below the 618. Let's see if we can hold the 382. The 5 doesn't really tend to 0.5 doesn't really tend to hold all that well, but we did bounce off of it last time. But yeah, there's that. 2Flux is looking pretty juicy. We had a nice little bounce down here. Look at this. But now it's just totally eaten that way. We had a bounce, and then we had a little bounce, and now Pulsechain is going down, and everything else at the moment is going down ish. So it took all that green candle away. Dark token, usually you trade this on Bistro, and it looks like it's curving up, which is kind of bullish, but we could be breaking down here. Wait, nope. It's the minting and stuff. So no, this one's going to keep going up if people are buying dark and minting their fuel cells. So that one's bullish, although that's why we have that red candle, is because of the lottery. And now the minting's coming in effect, so the demand's coming back. Yeah, there's low liquidity on the wrap pulse right now, but get it through the bistro with no slippage. Let me show you that real quick. Right down here, there's 33 dark you can view, and well, not quite 33, but you can get it right there with no slippage. DurexBistro.io. And yeah, I'm bullish on this project too. I got me fuel cells. Never can have enough, but I am out of liquid dark at this point. I have to buy it in order to make more fuel cells. But I think from here on, if I get any winners in the lotteries, that's my minting for my next fuel cells, because I already have enough version 1s and version 2s and version 3s. Yeah, I'm probably not the biggest guy, but it's big for me. So we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah. So if I keep winning lotteries, that means I keep getting those fuel cell T-shares, like Pulse Rate says, and yeah, we keep gaining those fuel cell T-shares. There's that. Let's look at King 2. Ooh, oof, oof. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's Solid X doing it to it. Yeah. All right. Building that bottom right here. Hopefully, just like on all these charts, this one's kind of more with it, but hopefully we could break out of this little. Let's just put it through the middle. You know what I mean? Right there, and not go any lower. Because I don't know where this chart looks like. I don't know where it could go, but it's starting to curve up. So hopefully, if Pulsechain comes up, we will start to bounce up a little bit more, especially King 2 have good liquidity with Solid X, Pulse, and does have Hex. All right. And I think it has a pair with Queen too, so we have to look at Queen. Is it going to pop up today? Queen 2, no. We'd have to go to Gecko Terminal. Little ways around thing. King 2 and Queen 2, yeah, there's $30,000 worth of liquidity there. Not much volume though. No volume. That's probably why it's off deck screener. Paired with good projects though, so yeah. There's that. So let's go back to deck screener and look at. I would look at Queen, but I can't on deck screener. It's got no volume. Oh yeah, I might as well. Let's go back. Yeah, back and forth, buddy. Get your crap together. There's no pulse. That's why I went back. I didn't see the. There's no pulse pair on Gecko Terminal or anything. Nope, Queen. Nope, Queen. Vets Queen. All right. So, not looking at that one. There's no pulse chart. I think Bribe is the bribery token. The actual, it hasn't been launched yet or anything, but right here, it seems to be gaining strength over 2FUCS. Nope, 2FUCS is gaining strength over it. My bad. I always get that backwards. So Bribe went down again. So there's that. I only do it on this chart because Bribe and 2FUCS are both governance tokens, and they're probably going to be both DAO tokens in the future. So we shall see with that. Let's look at the real ADA on Pulsechain. Nice floor it's building. Look at that. Buy a little chunk. Let's look at the new Teddy. I want it to come back to my box because that is way too high. And if you're shilling it as B Roots is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 day they sold. So a lot of meme coins means I think you have to go from the top to the bottom. So we got to come down to the 236 right here. And that's right above my box. So let's adjust my box a little bit. Come on. Why is it so stretched out? Oh, yeah, because I was on a different time frame. Let's put it up a little bit, like right there, and then redo my fib. It needs to come back down there before anybody thinks about buying some in my mind. So, yeah, it's forming these toppy looking candles, but it could form some resolve and just keep going to 10 million market cap. It is only 6.1, and knowing them, they probably will. I'll just mention this because if B Roots and DCC said something about it, like, they're gonna pump the hell out of this thing probably. So that might be a play for me if it comes down anywhere near this box for me. Neon is one I got turned on to from Hans. I looked a little bit at their website, but it is down here. Does have good liquidity for the market cap. And I just looked at the chart, started doing research. I do not own this one yet, but look at the chart. It looks kind of bullish, man. Yeah, you might want to research that one. And I think there's one other coin I want to show you guys. Hold on. Let me get the contract address real quick. This is a tax token, but like nobody's really talking about it as far as I know, and I've seen some pretty big names behind it. So it is called Sparta. It just launched. Do your own research. This is the Sparta Wrap Pulse. It's down 9%. Just do your own research. I grabbed me a little tiny nibble just because. And if you notice, this only is 16%. So that's just the Wrap Pulse pair. But if you check out the website, come on, click to the website. They got something coming. White paper, all that stuff. Go and read it before you even think about it. But I saw some people in the group, and that made me go, okay, I'll throw a little lottery ticket in it. And it's not even enough to worry about. Like, you know what I mean? Because if it goes up, it goes up. But the market cap does concern me a little bit. It seems a little high for this, but we'll see. A little alpha there. And let's go to pump tires. And no, that's the wrong one. Let's look at Solid X's Firewall. Seems like it's coming down just like most coming in my box. I kind of see this as a shoulder. This is a shoulder, head and shoulder. So I measured the neckline, brought it down. So it could be coming down to the lower bottom of my box. And that's my target for that. And that will probably go along with most too. So that's my little alpha on that. Is if we type in most and go to this, I think it looks very similar. Yeah, my old line, it broke it, and we can delete that. Did that on stream, but shoulder. If it fakes us out, man, it fakes us out. But like, let's go to the neckline. and just draw it down. Yeah. Comes right down to the wiki areas over here where it needs to be retested. So that's a rough line. We'll see if it does that. This is Richard Hart's thing, and if he's coming out at the end of April, these two tokens, like Firewall's tokens, could just be giving you a good DCA entry point. Head and Shoulders might not play out, but that's just what it looks like to me. So let's put a little box. Put a little box right there, and then let's draw it down. Let's just do it to the top of those candles right there. That's for most. All right. Let's go down, take out the wick right here. And there we go. There we go. There's the box for that one. All right. And now I think would put it around the 90s. I'm being down. Just look. It would start at 88. And then if we went down, it'd go to 93. And if we click log, yeah, it just looks flatter, but you get the message. And see that if we click log, the bottom of the box comes down here. So yeah, let's go with it, man. There's my target with that one. That is most. Let's look at X Games. Same thing, man. Head. This didn't break the head, so I'm classifying this as a shoulder and a shoulder. And it looks like it already broke it. So yeah, let's go from here to there. Pull it down. So yeah, last line of resistance. Let's put it right there. I mean, it's not exact, but right to the bottom of that wick, it should line up. And if we break that, you know, we're going a little lower. But the X game will be coming out probably pretty soon in the next week or two. It's always 2 more weeks, so who knows? And you know, if we get the licensing and Solid X game comes out and everything looks pretty, it's going to be dragging up Most along with it because Solid X paired a lot of his tokens to Most and Pump. So he's like, I guess Solid X is Richard's right-hand man at this point. To me, it does. He's on Spaces more, which is bullish, so that makes me more bullish on all of his tokens. Hopefully, more wells in the background come out, but I know a lot of people with bigger bags get a lot of hate or this and that. Hopefully, Rackham, it just clicks out, or whoever's selling behind Overwatch just clicks out. You know what I mean? And we start getting all these bullish narratives like this X game thing could carry us into momentum. You know what I mean? Instead of speculation, you can get the momentum traders in. You know what I mean? But liquidity has to come back for that. And in order for that to come back, you need this chain to grow. So, or more people from the Titan X community come back over, and or the Zen chain, you know, whatever. Those guys, like, they probably all got wrecked on Zen. They all probably got wrecked on Titan X or whatever, or made money on it. And hopefully they take some profits, come back over here. Maybe they went to Solana, come back over here, because this is the community, the only community built Ethereum blockchain at the moment. And that makes me bullish. I mean, the stronger you hold, the longer you hold, right? So yeah, there's that. So anyways, that's the X game. So hopefully we can hold that line with that Head and Shoulders. And yeah, I really want to purchase buy right in here. I got me a little like moon bag-ish. You know, let's go to the, did I already show this one? Definitely in the purchase zone for this. We'll see. But that could be a Head and Shoulders too. So I don't want to really see it down below there, but it might go. It might go. So this is the Pump Tires version of Solid X, and everybody is probably coming from this token into the original token because you can stake Solid X to be a part of the house with the X Games, so like be aware of that. That is a play. Get you like 10, 100 of them, stake it out, and be a part of the casino. And then all you got to worry about is people coming out here and spreading the word about that game and getting it going for Firewell. Because if we make him happy, I mean, he'll make Richard happy, and then Richard will make us happy. Hopefully one day. I don't know. And if more whales act like that, who knows? You know. So I put this on the Sparta on this because yeah, because it's paired with Solid X. So I put it right here, and I think this is the most undervalued token from Firewell. Is Firewell. So like, let's delete this line. I definitely respected that. But this is the line we got to break right here for me to get real bullish on it. But DCA time is now, and that could take us down to there. And if we go to watch list and let's go to look at pump, let's go. Well, let's start with most. I know I already looked at this, gave you a target and everything. This will be dragging down the other token. So solid. The original, no, Firewall. That's what I'm thinking. God, there's a lot of tokens, man. A lot to remember. But then if we look at pump, this one looks a little different, but there is that little slight head and shoulders ish. You know what I mean? But this pump right here kind of invalidated it because it went above the head. But really, it's the 4 hour. That's probably why. There we go. Yeah. It didn't close above the head. So yeah, we could have a little shoulder and go down a little more. So yeah, I look at the 4 hour for like fluid momentum kind of stuff, but yeah. Daily is where it's at, man, and it looks like it's got to bounce now or forever hold its peace. And then I'm not a bear usually, but I just read what's on the charts, right? And it's probably not going to happen like that. It's probably going to happen like this. Parallel channel, that's good. And then drag it down to that. Probably going to bounce right there. High. Be really good. Little trickety trick. Now I pulled it down to the lowest of the low on the midline right here. Just so you know, it's right on this support right here too. So let's put a line there. Confluence line right there. And then we can drag our you can go up with it or you can go down with it, depending on if you're bullish or bearish. But that would be the target right there for the head and shoulders. Right? Should be. Look at that. See? All it is just math. Look at the chat real quick. I wonder if they're paired with Nope to catch that 248% APR on DAT. Now that we're talking about that, I think we should head over and look at that. All right? Gotta love this play on memes. You know what I mean? Let's go to the homie farms. And then, bow. They're all paired. Like, look at these APR 159 on MCR 369 and Nope. If you got any of these tokens, just put them in liquidity. We need liquidity on everything on Pulsechain. Like, I understand you don't want a permanent loss, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But just put it there so people can, like, I see it as like you put your tokens in liquidity and that is their entry liquidity. So you're giving them the opportunity to be your exit liquidity if they're buying your tokens out of your pool. I don't know if that made sense, but it makes sense to me. But let's scroll down to the Solid X Wrap Pulse one. Even over here, earning DAT. You can even earn PVC, I think, over there. I don't know. I haven't been on 9-inch in a while. I heard the pumping, though. We'll look at the chart. But yeah, this one's 113 APR right now. Wow. Somebody, that was way lower, I thought. Maybe it's the Nope Solid X1. Yeah. That one's at 18. Yeah. Highly high, like Axis over here. Yeah. We got APRs over there, 200. But then where's the agreeable farm? The decision-based farm. If you don't know how to decide what to get, you get some yep, you get some nope, and then you get some of that, and then you use some of that to decide on what you want to get. It's my little spiel. But yeah, it's 245 right now. We got 3,000 in liquidity in the farm. I did pull some of mine out so the APRs go up and you guys can collect the rewards. This is a community farm, so like as a founder, I'm letting you guys like reap the benefits mainly, and it'll be good. It'll be good, man. I like it. I think I might have a little bit still in there. Yeah, I do. But yeah, other than that, everything's looking fine. There's probably a DAT dark pool coming out. There's probably a DAT nope pool coming out for higher APRs. So you probably want to DCA into DAT while we wait for those farms. Yeah, I got tongue twisted. I forgot to grab my water. It's over there. But let's look at the dark nope pool. Where is it? Oh, right here. It's earning 134 APR. Seems like somebody keeps adding liquidity to that thing and it keeps going down. I wonder who's bullish on that. Who is bullish on that, huh? Can you tell me, Pulse Ray? Anyways, that is that. Let's go back to the charts. And that is pump tires. I said we would look at 9-inch. So after I look at Pink Mist Whale, this got a game coming, I think. And it just keeps going up. Like, I am not buying this thing, Pulse Ray. Not up here. Like Teddy Bear, I am not buying this thing. Yes, I bought some down here and I sent it in for some fuel cells. But after this pump, I was just like, whatever. I ain't doing it, dude. I know it's the only thing pumping on Pulsechain right now, but I'm not doing it. And at least for me to think about it would like have to come down to this little area right here. But because I know it's probably not coming ever back down to there. But it looks like it's probably just going to go up to here. Let's do an extension. Let's just do it on the previous pump. Look at that. It's already above the 1.618. So I don't know what you're trying to do to me, dude, but not doing it. It would at least have to come down to here for me to be like, okay, I'll take it. I know it's still cheap, still at 146K market cap, got 24K liquidity. Whatever. What other pairs does it have? Pink Mist Whale. Show the secrets. Wrap Pulse. It's got Dragon. It's got Dark and Dragon. All right. That's about it. So, like, apparently somebody picked up all the Pink Mist Whale to pair it to these things. What is Dragon? It's invert. I haven't heard of this token. Am I catching some alpha right here? Some online research? Dragon Believer. Let's look at this. Still haven't forgot about 9-inch. Is this Pump Tires token? Let's go to Pump Tires. Yep. All right. Liquidity's burnt. That's positive. If we had a good block Block Explorer, I would research it more from here, but it is a 6.8 market cap. Dark is paired to it. Pink Miswell is paired to it. So I think this thing, if Pink Miswell keeps going up, this one's probably going to go up with it. And if Pink Miswell goes up, Dark's going to go up with it. And Dark's liquidity is so thin, so Pink Miswell's is thicker, right? Let's see how many. Yeah. So I think Pink Miswell might be still going up. So I'm just going to have to miss it, man. Because it's not coming down. Should have kept a little moon bag, but I sent it for them fuel cells. So there's my little DCA line. How about right there? I'm going to even label it for you. This is just for pulse rate. Bright lights, DCA line. Should be laughing now. There you go. Thanks for streaming on a Sunday. Yeah, hopefully I could start doing this more. Saturdays are usually taken up. I took this weekend off of going to the ranch and, doing some woodwork and, firewood cutting and doing some fence repairs and grass mowing and weed eating. Saturday's basically for work and taking care of the grandpops. He's like got in his 80s, and I'm taking the ranch on next. So, and it's way out there in the hills. I'm gonna have to get Starlink, stay connected to these crypto markets, and it'll be fun. That's where I want to go. Yeah, it'd be nice to be completely debt free. Yeah, like pretty much, and I'll still have my day job and stuff, but we'll see. Woohoo! Wonder if we'll see more. We might. LP, yeah, we might. And Believe in Yourself says, yep. If you're on X, please come over to the YouTube. At least hit subscribe and a like button. Just get my numbers up on YouTube. I know I get shadow banned a lot, but if you keep subscribing, it'll get it out there anyways. Just takes a little bit longer. As long as I know the words I cannot say on stream, I might have to censor myself because of YouTube, but X doesn't really do that yet, and I hope it never does. But yeah, can you please do that? Even if you don't like my project, you can hit the dislike button and unsubscribe, even if you're unsubscribed and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. Maybe hopefully here pretty soon I can start having people on my stream, more like community kind of stream. I don't know. I got to work out the schedule and stuff with the wife and, things like that. Because people, yeah, you know how life is. I don't want to get into it. So let's go look at 9-inch. It probably was a good buy probably a week and a half ago. But it is at a $1.5 million market cap with 143K liquidity. Looks like could be going down. Yeah, it needs to retest this, man, at least. First looks at it. I'm going to put a line on it. I'm going to start keeping my lines up. Unless I kick the plug box down here, it might just shut my computer off and I might have to take 5 minutes just for it to boot back up. I got to work on that. My feet can kick the cord and it just, yeah. Anyways, put something in front of it or tape it against the wall. I don't know. But yeah, at least needs to come to there for me to even think about going back into it. Yeah, I'm glad I got out of this up here, like right here, I think, right in there. So just didn't look right. Guys disappeared. It's never a good sign. Like Wendy O said on a stream today, if the CEO leaves and just disappears for a while, it's like, what's going on? Like, yeah, no shade on those guys. This is great DEX. I love 9-inch, but we just need more marketing, man. I might get back in this. I don't know if it starts leveling out like the others, but this looks more like a Rise and Wedge. I know they came out with more coin pools, so that's probably why this came up. Um, I think Teddy's still in there in the coin pools. Let's go look. No, coin pools. Yeah, Teddy's still down here. Start earning. I don't know why it's not showing me. There it is. Got 2 days left. 42K in BBC in there. Let's look at BBC now. After we go back to 9-inch, actually. The 9-inch wrap pulls. Look at that. Got really good liquidity for market cap, I think. Yeah, let's see if it just levels out. I can see a future resistance line. Let's just do this. Let's do midline. Pivot. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. For me to like, it needs to come level out and then start testing every single. We take the stairs up, guys. Take the stairs up. It takes so much time, but like, yeah, takes the stairs up, and the 618's right here. So let's put our little. Oh, wrong one. That's a 618, so we can get rid of the fib. I want it to range right in there, man. There's our range, guys. There's our range. See if we can build a floor for 9-inch, huh? Should I go back in? I got some pulse. No, I'm kind of like holding steady for now. I almost like wanted the DCA in a couple of things, but I was like, nope, just gonna hold it because Pulsechain's gotta lead the way, man. Like a little bit. I know it's bullish for Hex and PulseX too and incentive, but like Pulsechain, man, you know, something about it because it's the most wrecked. Let's look at BBC. BBC, man, they got some competition on the front page. I can't believe the market cap of this thing is below $1 million for one. It does look like it's retesting. You know, I know this ain't the full chart, but it does look like it's retesting a bottom here to build a floor, hopefully, maybe an inverse head and shoulders, but we'll see, right? Could use a little bit more liquidity though. Well, it is paired with 9-inch mainly, huh? And then you use the router, and it probably wouldn't matter anyways. But yeah. Anyways, let's see if it holds above that line. Definitely. Let's put a ray right there. There we go. Gotta change that to a solid line. Let's hold above it, man. I'll hold above it. This thing went up like a double in like 2 days because those BBC pools came back. And I think these guys are just leaving and playing with people, kind of like Richard Hart kind of, or they see it like Richard Hart did. But yeah, I don't know, man. If you're Dex and you want to outshine Richard Hart, what should you be doing? Outshining Richard Hart instead of trying to act like him. I'm sorry to say, but yeah. I love Hexy Bastard and everything. He's definitely entertaining, but now is your time to shine, man. Richard Hart took a step back and let you guys, all you guys, lead, and time's now. So, yeah. I don't know. I could be just full of poop and talking out the side of my neck. But yeah, let's look at the full picture. This is the V3, that's why. V3. Where's the? There it is. It doesn't. No. Very low liquidity. Again, on the V2. That's why it's probably moving so hard for whatever. But being a rewards token and all. How much? All right, let's see if we can hold that level. It's got to hold above that, man. Or at least that. We'll see. But once the coin pools stop, it's like BBC's going down, man. That's the alpha on that one, no matter what. So they got to keep coming out with coin pools or farms to, they got to come out with farms for meme coins to get the marketing up for that and then promote the chain and this and that. But if nobody's coming to the Pulsechain, it's kind of like wasting your breath too. So I get why they're doing what they're doing. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Down forever token, maybe, yeah, add, like, let's go to DAT. Like, this is a low market to prove, like, say my point here. This is a low market cap token, 37K, but it's got 45K of liquidity. Therefore, you could put like $1,000 in this thing and only move it a couple of percentages. And then you go over to BBC, right? And its top pairing is 9-inch. I guess you would want it to go through that, but I guess it is up to their routers on their decks. But why so low on the like V2 BBC route pulse pair? What if you just wanted to trade through that one, you know? Yeah. Anyways, this should be above $1 million market cap, in my opinion, too. Yeah, building the floor, man. Other than that, yeah, building the floor. It's got to make this little, looks like a cup and handle right now. So the bullishness, if those coin pools keep going and these guys do stay back, right? Bullishness is probably going up to this level up here. So that's on BBC. Let's look at 9-inch. I didn't give an upwards target for this because there's not too much downwards action for these two, I think. But I'm still waiting and seeing in order to get in, because even if I got in back here, I'd be fine, man. I would be real fine to buy my bag back for like 3 times less than it was. So we'll see. Maybe that's why I'm flooding it, so it could stay down so I can just buy more. I'm just kidding, guys. It still needs to retest that. Yeah. I better put this on my watch list. Horizontal line. Let's see if it holds that, man. Let's see if it holds that. And, oh yeah, I didn't get to my point. See, I always get distracted. Why you guys even listen to me? BBC has a lot. So it has 767 liquidity on V2 Wrap Pulse. Like, I understand the biggest pairing is between 9-inch and BBC, but the valuable token on Pulsechain, where all the value is attached to, is Pulsechain. So why, like, half that's just 9-inch tokens? Like, I don't understand that. Like, your decks and your reward tokens got that much on. Sorry. Yeah. Needs to have like at least 30% of that market cap. At least 20, actually, you know? But then people use you as exit liquidity. But that's why you turn the inflation down, dude. Put more farms out, and then turn the inflation down. So it takes a longer span. So the demand that comes into your token could keep the floor up while the inflation comes out. Kind of like what Richard Hart did. You know what I mean? Turn all that inflation, just jacked it down. And now the demand could come in and price can meet the demand. And instead of getting crushed with this inflation, you know? And like, even on the DAT token, go back to the DAT token. Like, let's trade DAT. We'll pop it up right here. Right? If I wanted to sell, let's go 20,000 DAT. Why does that say $70,000? 2% price impact? That number ain't right. That can't be right. No, expert mode. Yeah. All right, we're good. Good. But like, let's go to is 20,000 DAT is not $500 to $493. You're losing $7, but you're only moving the price 2% on a coin that's 37K market cap. And the inflation got all cut. You know, it's still a rewards coin. Like, there's still less downside. So if we go to the BBC one, right? Move this right here. Let's go to the BBC. We're at Pulse. Or V2. Let's trade it. What was that? $500 with the BBC. So what's $500 with the BBC? 33,579. 33,579. 1.16. All right. But it goes through the 9-inch pole. So I guess they want that buy and burn. So yeah, that's probably why they're doing it. But still, I don't get it. Maybe I just taught myself something. But yeah, I still think it needs bigger liquidity, like under $1,000. I don't get it. Anyways, what's up in the chat? We send Pink Mist Well to the Pink Mist Well as our sacrament. So can I still send Pink Mist Well to the Pink Mist Well right now? We want him holding 90% or what? So $1 million. That's 100,000. $1 million is $146. I need to learn the game with that. I missed the alpha on that. Like, I've been busy. And this is one hell of a long stream. I need to end it in like 12 minutes. Anyways, that's about all I had, guys. Yeah. What other charts do you guys want to look at? Oh, wait. I can't see. Yeah. I can't see X comments. So I guess that's pretty much all I got. Unless you guys want to look at something. We got the Homie Farms right here too. With 9-inch Pocus on the Yup decks, Pulsechain right at the top, because that's the 3 primary ones people use. And then if you want to go to V3, 9mm and 9-inch also has that too. I know all these guys are competitors besides the aggregators. Well, they're kind of competitors too, but this one has a different function. You can go from Pulsechain, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism Base, you know, Pretty cool. That's my little thing for this week, man. On that note, I guess I'm just gonna head out now since nobody's talking in the chat, man. I might sacrifice some pink mist. Well, I don't know. What's like the minimum to sacrifice? Who knows? Anyways, guys, that's what I got. I hope you guys like my little studio setup here. Let me know if you want the TV screen without the door frame or you want the no TV screen with the door frame. And that'll be it, guys. We sent, yeah, I already did that. I thought I sent something new. Anyways, peace out, guys, and stay agreeable.
No permissions, birth looked off, taking flight for knows dissidence, balanced in dark and light, steadying the agreeable index plight, crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right, yup, the meme that's on the rise, agreeable intense, one on a Pulsechain's pride, opening those minds with all the positivity, marching in its time, cadence in the grind, agree to disagree, yup, that's all the time, even me up hits it right, freedom and prosperity, the destination and the flight, lighting up dad's farm, opposed to that nope, rule, firing up them charts, yeah, flying straight and true, wink at the foes, cheer at the woes, yep,